All right, everybody. How is everyone doing? I hope everybody got plenty of candy and all that other good stuff. And uh, everybody got to get spooky and have fun. Um, Make sure you check all your candy. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, uh, we're going to have a little chit chat with a very interesting lady. And I think y'all are going to have some fun with it because you know me, I love new talent and people that are coming up in the industry and doing all this other good stuff. And I like hearing about the stuff that they're doing. I find it fascinating and it's cool as all get out. So everybody please give it up for Miss Presley Tennant. How you doing, girlfriend?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
It's another day, you know? I mean, it's like just this is the one thing I don't like. Y'all are in the music industry. You're doing songs, you're going out playing, and you're doing all this stuff. So you're having longer nights, which means sometimes you get to sleep longer in the morning.
Yep.
I get up at 3 a.m. to be at work at 4 a.m.
Oh, my God.
Because, you know, you got to have the day job.
Yep.
And I would kill for just, if I could just get up at 6:30, I would be happy as I'll get out.
See, I'm on the opposite end. Well, okay. I go to bed really early.
Yeah.
I'm so boring. I'm so fine with that. I feel like a grandma going to bed at 8 o'clock. Like I'm in bed, 8 o'clock, hoping to fall asleep by 9. So I could wake up at 6. That usually doesn't happen because I don't know. I really like my sleep, and it ends up and my alarms, and all of a sudden it's 8, 9 o'clock, and I'm like, all my time went away. I don't know what happened. It's just magic, I swear.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't have something one Saturday, and I actually slept till about 6:45.
Ooh, we're getting into the good time zones now.
But what was weird though is when I woke up, it wasn't one of those, I got to get up. It was one of those jump straight out of bed thinking I was late for work. And it was a Saturday. And I'm like, holy crap.
Those are the worst ones. I will say waking up and then thinking that, or you wake up way too early because you think you're going to sleep through something. And then you end up getting no sleep. But it's like, you probably sleep through your alarms anyways, and now you're late. You were early, and then you were late. I don't know how it happens, but it does sometimes, and it's really annoying.
It gets crazy as I'll get out. I mean, it's nuts, you know, and that's why, you know, I'll have songwriters tell me, yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night. I had to get up and write this down, and I'm just like, you woke up when? Well, I was half asleep, and I was out, and I woke up at like 6 o'clock and I wrote this down and I went back to bed. And what time did you actually get up? I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm like, you dog. I hate you.
Hey, I got a few voice memos of me doing that. It's like probably like 4 o'clock in the morning. And I think I just had an idea. I don't know. I was like sleeping and dreaming. And then somebody said something that was really interesting that was worth me waking up for and putting a voice memo down. And then I wake up the next morning. I'm like, oh, like, what was that idea? And it's just like my Taco Bell ideal list. And I'm like, that wasn't, no, why did I do that?
Do you do more of the voice memos?
Sometimes. It depends. If it's like a lyric, I'll write it down in my notes app. If it's an idea, like melodically and a little bit maybe of lyrics, and I'll voice memo it.
See, I find that fascinating because you don't hardly find people that have the notepad and an ink pen and they just wake up and write something down. Everybody's using more and more of the technology and the phone. And
I will say I like, for myself, whenever a song is like complete and I'm putting it out or something, I will go in and I'll write it in like a journal or something, just so I have like the memory of that song, what the timeline was like, all these different things. But also if I wrote everything down on a piece of paper, you would not be able to read it. Everything would be scratched out. It'd be like, is she okay? she might need to be admitted into a psych ward.
There's times that I've wrote stuff down and I'm like, I didn't write this. I can't even read this. Who the hell, and it's just, it gets goofy as all get out.
I said I could never be a doctor with my handwriting. If I got to write it quick,
Well, whenever I do write something down, like if I have an idea for the show or something like that, I have to actually consciously think and write it down. That way I can actually read it later. Because I quit writing cursive a long time ago because I got to where I couldn't even read my own cursive.
Yeah, I wish cursive was like still around. I do love me some cursive or like calligraphy. Yeah. In high school, I was so dedicated in high school. I loved taking notes, and my entire notebooks were just like masterpieces for no reason. I had way too much time on my hands. That's what I learned.
I've always loved calligraphy, though. I mean, I think it's a really beautiful way of writing because, way back in the 1600s and, the quill and the ink and you dipped it in and people wrote eloquently. And I was just like, I never could do that.
It is fun though. I remember I found my stack of pens the other day because I was cleaning everything out for moving from California to out here in Tennessee. And, I was going through and I found all of my journals and my little notebooks and things like that, all my pens and highlighters. And I was like, there is so much money that I spent on those. And those weren't even the good kinds. I got the cheapos because I said, I don't know how much I'm really realistically going to be using them. But they were worn. They are out of ink.
Well, the great part about it is you got all those notebooks and everything else. You could go back looking at them and something might
okay, well, in that case, I don't know if I'm realistically going to use the elements of the periodic table anytime soon because that's what was in it.
I don't know if we could turn that into a song. I mean,
well, I mean, there was a song I got out of taking a final in my chemistry class because I knew all of the elements of the periodic table and I got to perform it for the rest of my class. And he let me on my final. And I said, I don't think that's how it works, but I appreciate you, Mr. Kennedy.
I'm trying to think. Didn't they do that on the Big Bang Theory? They had the elemental table song or something like that.
I feel like that's right. Yeah, that was me.
I was never good in all that science stuff, It's as sciencey as I got was Star Wars and Star Trek. So, I mean,
I never got into that. I think I watched one or two, and I might make a few people angry right now. And I say I watched one or two, and then I was like, it's cool.
Yeah,
that's about it. But it wasn't something that my family grew up watching.
Right.
It wasn't we all watched it together. Yeah, but otherwise, I was just a little nerdy kid in high school. I probably should have watched that. I was a High School Musical kid.
Yeah.
So
what? Name a favorite movie of yours. I'm curious.
Okay. I love stupid movies.
Okay.
21 and 22 Jump Street. I know for a fact I could recite them word for word how many times I watched them. I don't know. It's just this stupid, a totally unrealistic comedy, Hangover, all of them. Just the stupid movies. I don't know. Those are my go-tos.
So do you ever now and then just look at somebody and go, dude, where's my car?
Hey, we were in Vegas a little bit ago, and I was like, "Do we go get matching face tattoos like Mike Tyson, or not Mike Tyson? Who was the guy that played it? Well, how he woke up and he had a matching tattoo with Mike. That was funny." And I was like, "There's gonna be a tiger somewhere here. There has to be. We have to live it up."
What was that? Bachelor part? No.
I'm trying to think of.
It had 3 main actors, and then it had that little Chinese fellow in there.
Yeah. I I think this is his name, Zach Galifianakis, Bradley Cooper, and then the other one, I can't think of his name. It's not the dude that they look identical, I think. Maybe I'm just really stupid right now. It's the dude or the lookalike of the guy that plays Ted Lasso, and I can never think of his name because it's different. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even
He had the glasses, and then he woke up and he had that tattoo, and then in another movie he had like a tooth missing, and
he was the dentist.
yeah. I thought it was hilarious.
Those are like my comfort movies. I will say that.
Yeah. Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, you know, I really think there needs to be more comedy in the world.
Yeah.
Because laughter is like the number one medicine, I think.
Yep. I fully agree with that.
It cures so much stuff.
Yeah.
Which is weird because I've actually talked to several songwriters that they could spend a week, 2 weeks, a month writing a, you know, little tear into my beer and all that other stuff. But they write that stupid song in like 20 minutes.
Yep.
And then it's going up higher than freaking anything else they wrote. And I'm just like, dude.
Because it's just like, it's something that's not taken so seriously.
Yeah.
It's kind of like no matter where you are in life, like you can always appreciate that. I mean, it's kind of hard to be like, oh, this is a good song about a heartbreak. But it's like, if you weren't going through it right then and there, it's not, you don't go through, like, you don't listen to it the same way. You don't appreciate it the same way. So I get that. I don't know. I think the fun ones are my favorites, personally.
I love the fun ones. I had a guy on, and he wrote a song, and it was all about him and his wife had broke up, but his wife was dating one of his son's friends, and the son's friend moved in, and he had left his tools there and shovel and everything else, and the guy hit him in the back of his head with one of his own shovels. It was a weird song. It was funny as all get out.
It sounds like it.
It was. I mean, it was, you know, get hit by your own damn shovel by somebody else. I mean, what the hell? I'll probably totally explain that weird, but you know, it's what I could remember of it.
Well, all I got was wife's son's friend is now essentially the stepdad.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
You took your mom jokes a little too far.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know. I might have to go back and listen to that daggum show just so I can get that right.
I need you to send me this one.
It was one of the last songs from the couch that I did, and it had 4 different people on it.
You got it.
4 different songwriters, and that's all they did. They were just songwriters, and it turned into a long show because they were having more fun picking on each other and doing stuff. Because a lot of that stuff you can't really do when you do a songwriter round in Nashville, you know.
Yeah.
Listening room or the Blue Bar, you know, any of that stuff. You can't really pick on each other the way these guys were doing, and it was just hilarious. It
is so different being in a room and like writing with someone versus being on stage, because there is like a filter, and I'm it's crazy, but it's so funny, and I'm like, I wish people were able to hear what actually goes on during the process of like sitting in a room with 4 people or however many people there is, and just hearing the banter back and forth, because it is seriously the funniest thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't have to go to the gym because I'm getting abs with how much I'm working out. I'm laughing at the jokes. So,
Well, I mean, Jet Juergensmeyer was on, and he actually suggested that maybe he ought to get some songwriters together and just podcast them writing a song.
I feel like it's a phenomenal idea.
Yeah, you know, just the whole gathering of all of it, you know, and actually kind of let the American public know this is what goes on.
they're gonna start overthinking everything at that point. They're gonna be like, huh? This
Yeah.
is where the song came from? This was the idea, and it switches to something else completely.
Oh
And
yeah.
the power of a song.
Oh yeah.
Music.
And the whole beginning of the songwriter session, what you got? I don't know. What you got? Well, I kind of had a riff that I thought of when I was driving over here. Okay, cool. Let's hear it. Nah, I don't like that. Do something else. I mean, it's crazy what all goes into actually sitting down and writing.
Yeah. I think it's one of the coolest things, though. For me, I remember, because like I've written before. So I've been writing very loosely, I'll say. Since I was 13, I would be in rooms, but it was definitely a little different because, I mean, at 13, what are you going to write about besides like boys have cooties and you don't want to go back to school? And then it's just kind of one of those things that now when I first started coming out here, I want to say 5, 6, oh my God, what's the math? 5 years ago?
Yeah.
I remember walking in and the process was so different than what I was used to. And I thought it was also really cool though, because it feels like a machine. Like everyone is always coming up with so many incredible lines and incredible ideas. It was just kind of like, it took me by surprise. And, but also it really pushed me, I will say.
Yeah.
I want to be like them. I want to be able to do everything that they're doing. I think it's so cool. And to see their brains like just go nonstop and it just happens. And it's like magic to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had people on the show and just sitting here having conversation and stuff. And they'll be like, there's a little tablet right there next to them. And you'll see them every now and then reach over and start writing something down because something will click during that whole conversation, and it's crazy how all of it goes, and Jed even told me he hated me. So I came up with a title for a song while he was on, and I'll be damned, next thing I know, he starts strumming something and he's leaning back, got his eyes closed, and he's starting some of the lyrics, and he stopped and he said, "That's going to bug me all night. I hate you."
That's amazing.
But it was just fun, I mean, I think a lot of more people get a lot more ideas just sitting around having a good time.
Yeah. Well, there's also, it's real conversations. It's not like it's formulated where you're trying to write the best song. I feel like the ones that like you don't put any pressure on always turn out the best because you have so much creative freedom to kind of do whatever you want with it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not things that haven't been done before or something that hasn't been heard in a long time or something like that. Because I feel like every song I feel like has already been written. So it's like, how can you write it differently?
Yeah.
But it's really cool to see it's like the ones that you don't put a lot of pressure on. It's not like you're striving for it to be the song, but all of a sudden when there's no pressure on it, it becomes the song.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah. That's what I find fascinating. It's like, sometimes I think the ones that you don't really put a lot of thought into, you just kind of, oh yeah, that'll work, and do this and kind of weave it into a song.
Yeah.
And it's like the next day you're ready to cut the work tape on it,
Yep.
I find it fascinating. But then, I hear some people, they talk about, I've been working on the song for a month, and I'm just like, what the hell, man?
I will say there are some songs that I have written where it's taken me a little bit of time, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, it's so specific to like a certain situation, or it's not exactly what you want it to say. And so you're trying to figure out the best way to navigate it while also not putting, again, too much pressure. So I can understand that. But also I will say my favorite songs are the ones that are written like 45 minutes. I don't know why. It's just like, it clicks so easily. And I think it was literally the coolest thing. And I'm like, wow, I have time to go grab lunch. There's still daylight out. I can do something. There's so many things I can do.
Well, I mean, the funny part of it about songwriting is I feel like the songs would go together a whole lot quicker and more easier, except for you have to omit cuss words. And then you got to work around the curse word, you know?
That part. Did I just expose myself right there? Wait a minute. No, you know what though? It forces you to get a little more creative. That's my thing. I remember somebody told me I sometimes curse like a sailor, which is not very ladylike, but sometimes it's just the right word for the feeling. Okay. Don't hate me. It's what it is. But I remember somebody told me, and they're like, you look like you don't know any other words to express yourself. And I said, that is crazy. And you are so correct.
I mean, when you run in familiar territory of, you know, this word works for so many different situations, and this one pretty much the same, and it's so much easier. And yeah. So, I mean, there's things that you got to deal with, you know?
Man. But it is funny though, like, especially coming up with like different alternatives.
Yeah.
You just get real creative. There's one, it just zoomed out right now. I'm like, oh, this is like such a cool backdrop.
Yeah, I know, right? I was like, wait a minute. You know, you got the Nashville on the wall back there and everything. And I was just like, wait a minute, let's go to a wider view. I want to see all this. Got the lights in the corner. Cool.
This is the coolest little place that I think I have ever stayed at. So I'm like, everything is so dark though. I do feel like if I stayed here for too long, it would be a little scary.
Nah.
I don't know. It's a little too dark for my liking. I like it.
Well, I mean, you can always go pick up a couple of lasers and maybe some LED lighting that moves and fluctuates, and it could be fun.
I mean, it's dark enough. I can make this into like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Like 2 days. Just for Halloween though. That's it. After that, no.
That would be awesome though.
Yeah.
So I'm going to ask this question because I actually know 3 people that is on The Voice right now.
Ooh.
Mackenzie Phipps, she was on. Mindy Miller and Miss Kirby.
Got it.
All on The Voice. So that's kind of cool. And then I was doing the research on you, and I noticed you was on The Voice as well.
Yes, sir.
How'd you like it?
Honestly, for me, it was one of the best experiences that I had because I was 16 when I did it. And I kind of just went into it more of just like I wanted to have fun.
Yeah.
I wasn't necessarily looking to like make it like super far. I was like, I'm just going to go and give it my all. And if it works out, then it works out. And if it doesn't, then I'm doing the next thing.
Exactly.
But I met so many people there that are my best friends. Like to this day, I talk to them all the time. Like it is one family. Like as soon as, it doesn't even matter what season you're on. You can be on completely different seasons, but you have like the shared experiences that really draw you together. But then I don't know, I feel like I just learned so much, not only just who I was as an artist, but like as a person and who I wanted to be and what I wanted to sound like and all these different things. And so I am eternally grateful for that experience. And I'm glad I did it at 16, because I feel like even any younger, any older, it would have been a lot different of an experience.
Right. But I mean, I've talked to Jackie Rohr and Jordan Rainier. And the one thing that I love about all of it is y'all actually get a real good sense of camaraderie. You get a real good understanding and knowing of what all it takes, because they put y'all through the paces, man.
It was fun though. I will say it is. I knew that like going into it, I had an idea of what it was going to be like, but I didn't realize how much it's like. We have like wardrobe, we have rehearsals, we have interviews, we have different like other little things that we have to do. And then for me, I was also like at school. So I had to go sit in a schoolroom for 5 hours a day and do everything else. And like they put us up in a hotel and like, but it's so fun because I've never been around that many musicians ever in my life at that point.
Oh yeah.
Like, I'm from a little horse town back home, and there's maybe like 2 people that play. One that like maybe does it like as a job, and it's not even more as a job, it's more of like just as a hobby.
Yeah.
And so it was so cool getting to be there, to be around, surrounded by so many people that like, this is what they do. But then also it's like, we have to have jam sessions every single night in somebody's hotel room.
Yeah.
I remember there was like 35 people in one hotel room at one point, and security comes up and like is banging on the door because it's 10 p.m. People are trying to sleep. But our bright minds were like, everyone hide. Like, they're not going to know we're here. 35 people in the hotel room. There's only one exit, one entrance and one exit. Where did they all magically go? We just So
that would be hilarious.
Breaks. We took a couple days of a break for the jam sessions, but then those continued on. We found like the back pool area, and so we would just go down there and bring the guitar and hang out.
Yeah, and see, that's what I love, because honestly, that's where a lot of music started back when you was in your teens. You was camping trips. People were hanging out around the bonfire. I mean, it was just a lot of good people and some idiot that decided to bring a guitar, and started playing. And, you got everybody singing Freebird and Hank Williams Jr. songs, and just everybody's just jamming out, man.
It is so cool. It makes my heart really happy to like be surrounded by that many people, and like we all share the same love.
Yeah.
And, like, everyone's working hard. There's so many things, and it's also really cool to see like where everyone comes from and what their journeys are like. Like, to me, that's one of the most interesting things. Is like, because no one's journey is the same, and so for us to all get to the same point, it's really cool to see our different backgrounds.
Oh yeah, that's one thing I do love, and especially because I was born and raised in Nashville. Mm-hmm. You have so many people that are very, very talented, very, very artistic. They love to put things together and do things. But they may be from Seattle, Washington. They may be from Maine. They could be from Hawaii, but they all end up and just having that input from all of those different areas and stuff is just great.
Yeah. There's a lot of inspiration behind that. It's so cool. Like, it is my favorite thing.
I love it. But I figured we'd touch on that because you was there.
I was like, I've had nothing but great experiences. I'm grateful for that. I would not be here without them, so I appreciate them.
Oh, yeah.
Also getting to work with Kelly. Like, she was my idol. Like, I always say she's part of the reason why I first started singing. But she was my first concert that I ever went to. I would sing her song Because of You at every audition growing up for like a talent show or like karaoke or something. And then she was my coach. And then like there is also, it was so cool to me because she really took pride in her artists that were on her team.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's what I wasn't expecting. I thought it was just going to be like hey, yeah, like we're on TV and like that's about it. But no, it was like we'd have coaching sessions for like, it was supposed to be for 30 minutes, but she'd sit, I know for myself, mine was like 2.5 hours. And we sat there like making sure the song was like perfect, exactly the way I wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
It was so cool. I was like, I know everyone else was so angry at me because I was the first one to go because I was a minor. And I was like, sorry. But it's just so cool.
It was, I remember I went through a time and her first album helped me out through a lot of that. Yeah. And it was just, it was amazing, and that's what I tell everybody, it's, you never know what song is actually going to touch what person in what way, Yep. That's what I love about music. Yep. I'm crazy.
Okay, well, a little bit. Everyone's a little crazy.
Well, yeah, that's how you have fun.
It'd be a very bland world at that point.
Yeah, I'm not wild about all that blandness, man. I mean, I'm just I got to get out there, and it's kind of like what Kelly told you, follow your heart. and you just have all that come in, and if you just follow your heart and be true to who you are, you can succeed in so many things.
Yeah. That was something that really stuck with me. I remember because it was like I was going through this time because I started in the industry since I was 10. I've been in it. I was in a girl group from 10 years old to 13-ish, and learned so much while I was there, but it was a pop Christian group. And then we moved on to, I continued solo, but I stayed within the pop realm. And at one point I was like 15, 16. I was like, I'm writing all this music and it's not me. Like, I'm not that person, which is not a bad thing, but I'm like, there's so many other people that could sing the same things that I'm singing about, or like do like the dancing and all this stuff. And I'm like, it's just not me. Like, I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I want to be able to write songs that like hit your heart and that means something to you. That's one thing that I'm born and raised in Norco, California, a little Horsetown. And so, like, I was grown up on country music. I was raised with country music.
Right.
And the one thing that I loved is that country music, like, spoke to me. Like, it's music for real people. You're going to your job. You're doing this. There's a song for everything. And that's what really drew me back to it. It was just kind of one of those things. I did a lot of, like, self-reflection.
Yeah.
Like, no, like, if I want to do this for the rest of my life, I want to do this and be happy.
Yeah, because I think most pop songs, I don't think they tell that big of a story. It's more almost like one or two track. That's about it. It's happy. It's poppy. It's get up and go, and
yeah. Well, for me, it's like, I love pop music. Don't get me wrong. I still listen to like my pop girls. I love them. But a lot of it is just based off like the feeling. It's like, okay, like you want to feel like a badass, or do you want to feel like this, or do you want to feel that way? It's like, there's a song for that, but it's the feeling overall. It's not necessarily the lyrics.
Yeah.
And that was something that was important to me. I was like, I want to, especially, I think, coming from like being a singer first into, I feel like there wasn't much I could do.
Yeah.
I don't know. But that's also a personal thing for me. That was something that led me to where I am now. And I'm eternally grateful for that.
Yeah. It's, that's something about, you look at Justin Timberlake and how he started, and then NSYNC and all the other stuff that he's done. And I got nothing but respect for the man, because he has went from pop to country to, you name it. And the guy can freaking sing it. It's crazy.
Seriously. Yep.
And to do a duo with Chris Stapleton, oh my God.
That was my favorite song for the longest time. I was like, this is magic. I don't know. Yeah. But I'm like, I love Justin Timberlake and I love Chris Stapleton. So it was like a match made in heaven. I was like, yep, this is best of both worlds combining. I love this.
Oh, yeah. And that song was so perfect too, because there are several times I've wanted to turn around and look at somebody and go, say something.
That's awesome.
It was crazy, man. I just, there's so many things that so many people do in certain songs that just, they'll resonate with me on certain levels and different things. And I'm just like, that's why I love this industry so much. It's just, there's something out there for everybody.
Yeah.
I love it. So you're in Nashville now.
I am.
So we're going to have to see about, now that we know that, because I thought you were still in LA.
I just drove out here as of 2 days ago.
Yeah. So
I'm splitting time for a while, but now this is, all my stuff's here. My car's here. So I'm like, I'm ready. I'm ready to do it.
Oh yeah. Just get settled a little bit, and then we'll have to get your butt in the studio and have some fun.
I would love that.
It'll be awesome as all get out. Presley, please, buddy, where they can find you.
If anyone wants to find me, it's all my social media, which is at Presley Tennant. I think if I'm pointing, you might be able to see it. But Yeah, everything is at Presley Tennant, or you can go to my website, which is presleytennant.com, and everything is linked there, from shows to music to everything that you could think of. I don't know.
Awesome. I love it. Now, the only thing we got to do is, you got to do CMA Fest this year. You're going to be here.
I would love to. I've been there the past, I think, 2 years. I've been at CMA Fest. The best time ever. It is craziness, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I was not expecting it. I didn't know what to expect, but then I'm excited to be back this year.
Well, I mean, I was in the press room, and we were doing, God, I think total it was like 70 artists in 4 days, and I was just like, holy crap.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was nuts, but it was a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of people, and I love it when the Australians come on, and we had a guy from Scotland. He was on, and it was just I love hearing the different accents and stuff, Yep. And I still find it weird. The accents don't come through when they're singing.
I don't know what it's got to be like a placement of like where they're putting their vote. I don't know. I'm like, are you guys just faking it? Like, what is up with this?
Exactly. You hear out of their mouth, "Good day, mate," and then you hear them sing a song, and it's like, "Oh, man," and I'm like, "What the hell?"
It's always the best, or it's like if somebody's talking voice is like so different from their singing voice, and I'm like, when did you smoke a pack of cigarettes before? I saw you the entire time. Like, why is your talking voice like this, but then your singing voice is like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so cool. Well, it's a movement thing, and I'm like, can y'all teach me how to do that?
Well, that's what's weird because Michael Bublé, I'm trying to say his name right. When he's talking, it's not that deep. It's more of a higher level. But then he starts singing, and it's a little bit deeper. And he's got this whole, I mean, just killer vibe in his voice and everything. And I'm just like, dude, it is crazy.
Yep.
Because I remember back in the day, they wasn't called singers. They were called crooners.
I've never heard of that.
Yep. They were called crooners back in the day.
Huh.
It was crazy.
I'm getting a little lesson right now. I love this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's go back to the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra and all them, Dean Martin and all that.
Yep.
They were crooners. They were, there was another word for them. I can't even remember it. I might have to look it up myself. But it was just that's what male singers were called.
Huh. That's so interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah. In an hour you'll be like, let me look at this.
Well, you could be at this point just BSing me, and I'm gonna fall for it.
No. You can go back to the old Little Rascals.
Okay.
And you remember the tall, skinny one with the point on top of his head?
Yeah.
That's what he always said he was.
Okay.
He couldn't sing worth a crap, but that's what he predicted that he was. He was a crooner, and he was singing,
Wait, I love that. That's awesome.
It's crazy as all get out. Presley, thank you so much for being on, hon.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Yep, and we'll pick on people and have your people call my people, and we'll do all that other stuff. But we'll eventually get you in the studio now that you're in Nashville.
Amazing. I would love that. Thank you.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And be sure and tell everybody bye.
Bye.
We'll see you soon, hon.
Sounds good.
All right, bye-bye. All right, everybody. So y'all go and check out Miss Presley Tennant and go to all her socials and all that other good stuff, because she's an independent artist. She needs your help. Remember, like, share, follow, and subscribe. It does help us all. It's a numbers game, and all these people, before they book anybody or do anything else, they all want to know, well, what your numbers look like. So now you know what to do. Like, share, follow, and subscribe us all. And we're out of here. Love you. Mean it. Ciao, baby.